Today we look at the effect that towing a much bigger caravan than the one I normally tow has on the range of my EV, and we look at charging the car on various campsites along the way. We also look at the policies of the two major clubs. I'm at Kingsbury Water Park Camping and Caravanning Club site near Tamworth, and I started my journey a few days ago in Folkestone at Black Horse Farm Caravan and Motorhome Club site. This Adria Altea Dart is loaded to 1,550 kilos. That's over 500 kilos more than my own caravan. So how has this affected the range? The Adria Altea Dart is a spacious, versatile 4-berth caravan suitable for both couples and families with older kids. However, it is the same size and comparable in weight to the 6-berth Adria Altea Avon, which can accommodate larger families. I'll be discussing the exact weights in more detail in the next video. But for now, the caravan is loaded to within 50 kilos of the EV6's 1600 kilo towing limit, which is incredible given the size and the amount of living space on board this lovely caravan. We start our journey on a rainy day at Black Horse Farm Caravan and Motorhome Club site near Folkestone, ideal for the Channel Tunnel and Dover Ferry Port. Today we're driving to Commonswood Caravan and Motorhome Club site in Welwyn Garden City to the north of London, as I'll be collecting a friend flying into Luton Airport and I'm going to show him around London. The weather on the trip is pretty foul, although it's not too windy. We make good progress until we hit the Dartford Tunnel, where we get stuck in congestion for about 20 minutes. And here we are, we've arrived at Commonswood Caravan and Motorhome Club site. So as you can see, we've done 99.4 miles. It's taken 2 hours 23 minutes because of the hold-ups at the Dartford Tunnel. We have achieved 1.6 miles per kilowatt hour. Where charging is permitted on site, you are not normally allowed to plug straight into the bollard. You have to plug into a 13 amp socket in the caravan. For safety reasons, most EVs will only draw 10 amps, just over 2 kilowatts, from a 13 amp socket, leaving you 6 amps for the caravan. The Caravan and Motorhome Club charges an extra £9 per night to plug in your EV where permitted, although some of its sites do now have dedicated EV chargers. The next morning, you can see that 10 amps has only got the battery from 19% when we arrived to 56%, and is going to require a further 20 hours to reach 100%. Therefore, you can see that if a site does not have an EV charger, you are obliged to stay for 2 nights or drive off site and find a public charger. In our case, we were heading into London for the day from Hatfield Station, and the £3.90 parking fee gave us access to free EV charging at double the speed we were getting on site, so we could top up to 100% while seeing the sights. This brought our cost per mile on the first leg of the trip down to just 14 pence. But what about if you only want to stop overnight and you don't have the time or patience to spend your evening hunting down a public charger? After dropping off my friend at Luton Airport, I headed through yet more filthy weather to Cholsey Grange CL site in Buckinghamshire. Cholsey Grange is a stunning little site owned by a lovely guy called Ted, who is one of the CL owners behind the website CL Booking. This is a great resource to which about 250 CLs have signed up, and it shows their availability at a glance as well as offering online booking. This saves you having to spend ages phoning around to CLs and leaving messages, and gives you instant confirmation. Ted tells me that there is plenty of capacity in the website for more CLs to sign up if they wish to do so. For me, the attraction of Cholsey Grange was the provision of a 22 kilowatt EV charger. Interestingly, this was provided by the charger company who also managed the charging. It didn't cost the CL owner anything to have it installed, but they also don't make a single penny on it either. It's purely a service that's provided for customers. The majority of tow cars can only draw a maximum of 11 kilowatts from a 22 kilowatt AC charger. For site owners concerned about their supply, the provision of a 7 kilowatt charger is almost as good, and 7 kilowatts is only the equivalent to two 16 amp electric hookups. Yes, it was a bit of a faff to download yet another app, and while the price per kilowatt hour wasn't cheap at 52 pence, it is on par with the likes of GridServe and PodPoint, yet you have the convenience of charging on site. It took less than 5 hours to charge the car, and it was fully cooked by 9:30 that evening. Despite the atrocious conditions on the drive to Cholsey Grange, we achieved 1.7 miles per kilowatt hour with the enormous Adria. This would give you a maximum range of 131 miles from the 77 kilowatt hour battery of the EV6, or 115 miles to sensibly arrive with a 10% battery. It cost a total of £26.81 to charge at Cholsey Grange, giving us a cost per mile on this leg of roughly 31 pence. The next day we're heading for Kingsbury Water Park Camping and Caravanning Club site for the Statfold Model Railway exhibition, and again we encounter more bad weather on the journey, this time including strong wind. So here we are, arrived just at Kingsbury Water Park, Camping and Caravanning Club site. Let's have a look at the stats. So 86 miles, we've taken 2 hours and 5 minutes because of the hold-ups on the M42, 36% battery left and 1.7 miles to the kilowatt hour. As at March 2023, the Camping and Caravanning Club does not charge you to plug your EV into the caravan, and we're staying here for 2 nights. This effectively gives us a cost per mile of £0 on this leg of the journey. So what is really interesting is that the size and the weight of this Adria Altea Dart has only affected the range by about 10% over my own much smaller, lighter caravan. I'd say it's the weather conditions on the day that have a much greater impact on your range than the size and the weight of your caravan. And most people will agree that aerodynamics are more important than size and weight. That's something I can confirm, having towed my Airstream and many other caravans with my diesel Navara, and that is that the aerodynamics are probably more important. That is a theory I would like to put to the test later this year, so stay tuned and hopefully I'll get to tow some more aerodynamic, lower profile caravans to put that to the test. So I hope you found this interesting and useful. If you did, I would be massively grateful if you'd share it with your friends and your enemies online, through social media and through forums. I'd like to say a massive thank you to Adria UK for the loan of this beautiful Adria Altea Dart, and the great news is Adria UK has agreed to sponsor the following few videos, so the next few videos, so stay tuned for some more videos starring this beautiful caravan. I'd also like to thank those of you with an irrational hatred of EVs and yet you still put yourselves through the trauma of watching my videos and leaving comments telling everybody why you hate EVs so much. All that engagement has really helped grow the channel, so I am massively grateful. I hope you enjoyed this video, folks. If you did, you know what to do. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you don't already. It just leaves me to say, from Dougal, who's here, from Ted, and from me, thanks for tuning in. That Dougal, you could be a bit more. You could be a bit more. This is. They never smile. Dougal, you could be a bit more cheer. I know it's wet. I know it's cold. I know it's damp, but you could be a bit more. Ted, who asked you? What are you looking at? It's a pigeon. It's a pigeon. He's allowed. For more details about charging on campsites, please check out my newsletter Electric Touring. There's a link below this video. There's also a link below to other videos that I've made about towing with my EV should you have any further questions.